Hey, Dolly. Yeah, I'm just over here at the lake. I was gonna drill a couple holes, maybe. Daisy's over here running around. Hey, Scott. Nice day today. Starting Thursday, it's gonna get crazy cold though for a week. I mean, like seven a high, that kind of thing. Which brings up beautiful ice formations in Taos. How you doing, Scott? Is this signal coming through? It's a shaky area over here. Just kind of testing out this new phone. Before, I never really knew if it was the phone or the signal. I think it was both. Dolly, how'd you like those underwater video of that natural spring? How'd you like that? Yeah, this is frozen hard. It was like everywhere up here late this year. If I had to guess, probably got 8 inches here. But that's 8 inches in a perfect spot, where the spring's not coming up or there's not some odd water movement. Wind plays a big part. Here's my Daisy girl. Yeah, we've had about 10 days of pretty cold weather, which is all it takes. I like going over to Taos. I mean, I'm lucky. If you look at the whole side of the state, it's a unique place where ice forms that way. It's not like that anywhere else. And it's the way that bay, before it goes into the Taos Bay, it comes to a point at the top. So it allows for a lot of collection of ice just in a short area, period, length. So I'm lucky to be able to go over there and see that. But I got lucky on all my new neighbors. I got like great neighbors. I got all new neighbors in the last year. They're all really cool. That black hair Daisy has is a big disadvantage in the summer, which is why I keep her shaved down all the time. But in the winter, it's an advantage. She can run around here all day long with the sun out. I'll give you a little interesting bit of trivia. You see that house straight across the street, straight across the lake, the one with the peaked roof? That cost $350,000 to build 35 years ago. That was my crazy nephew, my sister's kid. And she was a single parent and ended up owning some McDonald's franchises and just made an absolute killing. Long story short, this guy married a bimbo. They're too lazy to take their kids to school because the bus doesn't come out here. So they claim they were homeschooling them. They have 9 kids that can barely read or write. They lost all the McDonald's because of their spending habits. That house was just foreclosed on. He moved back in with his mother, who's broke too, my sister. And she moved back in with her parents, who own a cheap hotel in Houghton Lake. Come on. That's my girl. That's my girl, honey. That's my girl. That's my girl, hon. Oh, yeah. Well, it's trashed. I see they got a big dumpster out front. I mean, they never took care of anything. It's just you got these kids with no discipline and they were running out of money. They've got a expensive floating dock that you're supposed to take out every year. The ice will crush it. I see that was still left in the water. I don't talk to them. I haven't talked to them in quite a while. I don't talk to my sister either. But I know it was, I think they had to be out of there by now. They got quite a bit of an extension because of COVID and, government's emergency order on evicting families. If I had to guess in that condition, probably 150. I mean, it's a dump. It looks nice from here, but if you get up close, I mean, you can see where there have been leaks in the roof and glass is cracked and the deck is falling over. Like everywhere, real estate's down. I mean, there are little like niche markets where houses sell as soon as you put them on the market. But there's a lot of places that are hard to sell anymore. Nobody's working. The future's in jeopardy. Blah blah blah. They've got some publications of look at large acreage parcels of property in Michigan, and you'll see these people that got these $8 and $9 million homes on 1,000 acres, that kind of thing. They're all over UP, Lower Peninsula. There's some around here. Not that much, but there are some for 2 or 3 million. You can't give those damn things away. It is unfortunate. The kids are just like totally wild. I guess a couple of the older ones may have taken the GED, but they can't. They're so ill-equipped to handle life. It's ridiculous. State of Michigan does nothing. Now, the funny thing about it is Florida is pretty diligent on pursuing kids that aren't being educated. But in this state, once you claim you're homeschooling kids, there's nothing anybody can do. I mean, their school could amount to playing tiddlywinks every day till they're 20. There's nothing the state can do about it. These people are absolutely crazy. He got a job supposedly driving truck for Walmart. Yeah, that's exactly. These kids, all they did was stay up all night drinking energy drinks. The money only ran out about 6 years ago. And it ran out because McDonald's are 20-year leases. And you get rewrites, they call them. So basically, you're paying rent and service fees, franchise fees every month. McDonald's gets their money off the top. And if you mess up enough, they're not going to rewrite you. They don't have to. And he started bouncing checks and causing problems. And my sister was really led a frugal life, not expensive. If she hadn't had this kid, she'd probably be worth $25 million. All her CPAs over the years tried to tell her he's going to put you in bankruptcy, and that's exactly what he did. But in defense of him, he asked for the money and she gave it to him. They should have had a reality show on TV because the wife's such a bitch. And they're so arrogant and ignorant that you would have thought that it was fake, and it wasn't. This is how these savages lived. That's exactly what it was, though. They were too lazy to do any schooling for their kids. They're always coming up with excuses. The school is pushing a liberal platform. The teachers are picking on the kids. Whatever they had to just let the kids sleep in all day. Yeah, these kids got a real problem. The one, actually, the older one, he'd be 20 now. He had a hard time telling time 5 years ago. Swear to God. No, you wouldn't have believed it, man. I mean, and like I said, my sister was a single parent. Her husband got shot accidentally. Uh, I mean, there's not that much difference in my nephew and me age-wise. He's 59, but he's just been a spoiled brat his whole life. Never had to work, and it paid the ultimate dividend. A kook wife. They're getting divorced now because the money's run out. 9 brats for kids. And he had to move in back with his mother. Hey, Amy, how you doing? Daisy's eating her Chewy. You chewing down? How's work going? Did you get much of that snow when it was all said and done, Amy? Here's somebody cross-country skiing on the lake. I saw them. They were on the other side. It's pretty safe now. See him over there in the corner? Oh, has it been busy there or just crazy snow weather? Looked like Chicago got 10 inches. Yeah, I was thinking about drilling some holes. The thing about it is I have everything with me to do it, but I've done them before. And it kind of all looks the same, you know? It's surprising how fast this hand auger goes through the ice. I could drill a hole like in 10 seconds, 8-inch ice. You don't even need to lean on it like you think you would. Goes right through. You can see some big holes some people had drilled out there. On the weekends, there's a lot of people out here. Oh, both, huh? Now, do you get many people that ends up staying at that hotel because of the weather, that just check in? Yeah, it's super clear water in it. It doesn't even look real. That's actually a natural spring. That's where the early settlers got their first water supply. It's still the same. It's a cool spot. That's about 8 feet deep. See what I mean about so many things just keep on living even in the winter underwater? See all those plants and stuff growing? Oh, inspection. Okay. Oh, really? Yeah, it's smart of people to get off the road. You know, that area down there, as you're cutting across like Chesterton, Valparaiso, Gary, they call it the snow belt. That's no kidding, too. The bottom of the lake there, Lake Michigan. I'd been through there a couple times back, like when I first moved to Chicago, and they just got buried and nobody else got hardly any snow at all. Yeah, the thing about it is, though, all these areas I go, they're heavily traveled. And when you can see through the water like that, you'd be surprised the people that are out there looking all the time for stuff. It's not like I'm hitting virgin territory, you know? People, there's a lot of metal detector people just looking around, so it's unlikely. Yeah, that lake effect snow's a killer down around you. It's like that here about 80 miles north, Gaylord. If you look around Gaylord, Grayling, that's where traditionally we got the heavy snow all the time, but even there is off this year. I mean, our snow here is nothing. I used to love that area down around there. I told you I'd stop at Chesterton and get pizza at that place. You ever go to Miner Dunn much in Highland or Michigan City and get those hamburgers, Amy? We're gonna go, hon. Don't worry. Daisy wants to get out of here. We're gonna go, hon. You're a good girl. See, Daisy's sick of being here. You want to go bye-byes? You want to go bye-bye, hon? All right, we go bye-bye. You never had a Miner Dunn hamburger? Oh, those are excellent. There's one in Highland. least there used to be. And there's one in Michigan City. Mine are done. They've been there for like a million years. Get one of those. They're good hamburgers. I mean, really good. You ever go to the antique mall down there on Michigan City? On the north side of 94? I used to have a booth in there for a while. Merrillville, used to go down there all the time. Yeah, if you like hamburgers, you can't. Those are they've been there like forever. Mine are done. About 2 years ago, two years. I'd stop in there get a hamburger. I get talking to this waitress, and she'd been working there about a year. Bored. Anyway, I kind of got to know her. So I was down there one day. I said, "Hey, why don't you just quit this job and we'll go down to Florida right now?" She said, "Sure." Quit her job right then and there and went down to Florida for 2 weeks. Bought clothes along the way. I'm reminiscing again. Hey, Vino. Hey, Thea, how you doing? How's your day going? It's a cold, crisp winter day here. Nothing like it's going to be starting Thursday, though. This is such a cool old farmhouse up here. I noticed some of the restaurants didn't open despite being able to have 25% capacity, which I don't blame them. I mean, you can't make any money doing that. Why bother? Why not just wait until you can open up normal? Here's some horned larks right here. You know what a horned lark is? Cute little birds. I used to do stuff like that all the time, just spontaneously take trips. It was fun, buy clothes on the road, no plans, no nothing. You guys got any strip malls that are dying? Because ours is about ready to go tits up. It's all over but the crying. 2 more stores on their way. Well, they're closing actually this month. Faye, I'm thinking about taking this strip mall, buying it, taking it over, and turning it into a big giant adult bookstore. Would you be interested in managing it? Hey, Nicola. How's everything in the UK? You able to go out to a restaurant, sit down, order inside, and eat? Oh, is it? Yeah, that's how it is nowadays. I really think, I thought it was just me, but I think people are really stressed out about the world. I mean, they said they were on a chat the other night. People rated their stress levels a 9 out of 10. I mean, the future's in jeopardy. College, you got to be a millionaire to go to. Nobody's paying anything. This COVID shit's lurking around, hoping you don't catch it. I mean, it seems like for me to experience, like I caught the tail end of the good old days. So if you're 18 now, you don't know what those are like. You read them in a history book and think it's fiction. So I guess that's the advantage the new generation has, is they don't believe it. There's so many people like my age that are just stuck working at a midnight shift at a gas station to make ends meet. The working poor. You collect social service benefits, a bridge card, and you work full time too, because the money you make isn't enough to pay the rent and have a car and all that kind of crap. Those people they found froze to death, somebody sent me a copy of their obituary today, and it said that she worked in this Big Boy, and she worked at Brian's Fruit Market. I didn't know her. I used to go in the Big Boy more. I know the guy that runs that place. I don't know if that was a while ago or recently. This mall, I got a buddy of mine, I tell you this, that, oh, come on, Faye. I was counting on you. Nah, Miller's Bar, I don't like them. They used to be good a long time ago. For a while, they went with frozen meat, and then they went back to fresh. And I got a Miller's hamburger a couple months ago, and it was super overpriced. I mean, there's a ton of places out there with good hamburgers now. Culver's hamburger is 10 times better than Miller's has ever been. I mean, people go in there for the novelty of that honor system bullshit. But the American neighborhood bar with a good burger is over. Rest in peace, Miller's hamburgers. That Potbelly right down the street too. I know the guy that started Potbelly, actually, Brian Keel. He was trying to screw my buddy's girlfriend, who he hired as a secretary. Real big asshole. Came from money. I see he's Potbelly's in trouble. Just a real arrogant asshole. But I go to that Potbelly's once in a while. They have a hard time staying open too, mainly because they can't get help. I actually like a Potbelly sub here and there. You glad you asked? No, that's okay. Good. So here's our dead mall. Ann Taylor. Is Ann Taylor for the heavy girls? Or is that something plus? The chubby girls that can't get clothes to fit from normal places? Yeah, I guess Ann Taylor's closed. Yeah, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, I hate to tell you that. I mean, that's my opinion, which isn't worth shit. It's biased, subjective. Take it with a grain of salt, but I had one because I hadn't had it in a long time. And I thought it was super overpriced. It's like $8 for this plain Jane hamburger. All this COVID bullshit on top of it. Their ship has sailed. The cool neighborhood bar is done. So Ann Taylor, like I got a buddy that's a doctor that tells me that you don't age gracefully. It happens in chunks. You don't just slowly decline. Something big happens. A heart attack, a stroke, a hip, you break a leg, you get fat, your blood pressure goes up, you die of a stroke because of this. things happen in chunks. And that's kind of what happened to the strip mall. I mean, things were heading south anyway, but the roof collapsed about 5, 8 years ago. They lost their big anchor tenant. And then since then, it's just been one place going out of business after another. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with this. There's an outfit out of Chicago that specializes in buying defunct or poorly performing strip malls. And what they do is they come in, stick about $1 million into an advertising for a year, run a bunch of sales, get a bunch of people in here on cheap leases. And if it works, they stay in business. If it doesn't, they sell it for whatever they can get. And that's what they did here. So this is on, I think it's third or fourth owner in 5 years. As you can see, everything is basically out of business, which sucks because it's not going to get better. So that's out of business. Bed and Bath and Body Works, I think they went tits up. That's for lease. I don't want to put a dirty bookstore in there. Let's see. Oh, so, you're forced to maintain these places empty, even though you've only got, a third of the occupancy. Kitchen collection for lease, gone. I think Old Navy's going tits up. Don't quote me on that, though. It's really I feel bad for anybody going out of business. It's just the way it is. No, it's not the wrong location. They set records when this first opened. It's the mall model in the United States for lease. This place was selling $50,000 a day in Izod shirts, 1978. Factory Seconds, chocolate store, winery. I mean, they're trying to hang in there, but fuck. One thing that's a hard pill to swallow, hanging in there. Everybody does it too long, whether it's a marriage, a business, a strip mall, a job, a relationship. You hang in there too long. You get lazy and you hope things turn around, even though there's nothing to suggest they're going to. This Applebee's has got to be hurting. Empty, see, that's all empty. Empty. I love downtown Cleveland. I love Beechwood better. Corky and Lenny's. Go over to Slyman's. You go over to Slyman's and get those pastrami sandwiches. They're really nice people too. I talk to people all the time. They think it's a Jewish deli. It's not. They're Lebanese. Not that it matters, but yeah, I'll tell you what dictates whether they're open or not. Whether Amazon keeps getting bigger. That has really put the final dagger in the retail. Retail's dead, man. You can't afford these places anymore. When I was growing up, if you wanted something, you had to go to a place and buy it. You weren't getting it online. It's the equations change too much. Oh, is that way for? Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, but is it all specialty stores like that cater to upper income people? This is a good view of the expressway when there's a snowstorm too. Yeah, Beechwood's Jewish. Yeah, I like Beechwood though. Better believe it's Jewish. That's why it's nice. They keep it nice. Oh, Daisy gets a lot of dog treats. See, Daisy was just, we were out at the lake. She gets sick of being in places after a while, wants to get moving. She was sick of being at the lake. She got to run around for 10 minutes. Said it's time to go. That's why she was having a fit in the car the other day when I was over at Tawas. I said, relax, Daisy, before I give you a beating off camera. Yeah, she's a content dog. Daisy is a great dog. It's a super smart dog. I'm not kidding you. Daisy's smarter than a monkey. Monkey's got to wear a damn diaper. Daisy has an accident here and there, but not very often. Hey, Maribel, where you been? Yeah, I don't know what'll come to this. Now, up here you'll find we've got Jay's. There's one in Clare, and there's one in Gaylord. And then we've got that Pinconning, that other wholesale place. This place, if I was going to guess, they may turn part of it into one of those discount sporting goods stores, you know, fishing, all that crap. But there's a lot of them up here already. Now, you kick ass on the weekends or during, you know, holidays. But if you look at hunting and fishing, traditionally, it's declined. You know, the new generations that, you know, hunting with dad is like, sounds like a punchline in a comedy club. Just doesn't happen like it used to. Corned beef, yeah, they have excellent. I talked to them one time about it, and I read about this later with Slyman's. And they said they use the, you know, there are different grades of meat, right? Select, choice, prime, that kind of thing. And they said that they used the prime section of meat for their corned beef and pastrami. Which that seems to be a little bit of a stretch. But man, I'll tell you, their pastrami and it's so good that you can get something there you don't normally like and it's still good. See, so here's the old big boy over here. They said going to be open February 12th, it says. Oh, okay. Well, good luck. This is the #1 grossing KFC in the state. Busy as hell all the time. It's got a Taco Bell thing with it too. Don't you cut in front of me like that, lady. Oh, are you, Emily? There's nothing wrong with that. It's healthy. My wife has been a vegetarian since I've known her, which was like a long time ago. It was good. It was cheap to take her out to a steakhouse. Except back then they were ripping you off. They were always afraid that, you know, they weren't going to get enough money, so they charged you like up the yin-yang for somebody to get this salad bar because they weren't ordering an entree. They etched a line in the sand. It's like, this is a place where you come and you order meat. And if you don't, you're going to get fined via the salad bar charge. I never get up there way for up around those areas. My whole life, I never really, I mean, I did, but not much. You know, I don't know. That, I can't tell you any good deli. Zingerman's is super overpriced in Ann Arbor. It's not that good either. If you opened up a Corky and Lenny's or a Slyman's across the street from Zingerman's, they go out of business. That's more of a tourist spot. Maribel, where you been lately? In that high-grade deli on Michigan Avenue in Detroit. They say that's where all the crooked deals go down between contractors and the city. Their food sucks. Even Chicago has shitty delis. I guess there are some out in the suburbs somewhere, but that Manny's downtown sucks. That's got to be the lowest grade corned beef and pastrami they ever made. It looks like it's an imposter sandwich. It looks like a Slyman's or a Corky and Lenny's. But when you bite into it, you think, you know right away, this is some bullshit. There used to be an excellent Jewish deli, Lake Worth Deli. till the guy got busted for trying to have his wife murdered, sent to prison for 40 years. Went through a couple owners. Now some corporation owns it. It's nothing like it used to be. Now, I'm in Michigan. Just tripping. I think I will go out to Tawas. It's such a nice day and it's been cold. It's going to get to 35 tomorrow and then super cold weather for a week. Like really cold. Like Wisconsin cold. Oh, really, Richard? Yeah, I like going down near Euclid and all those places. I really love Cleveland. I like how the airport's set up. I flew in there myself about 10 times. I like looking at that submarine. And I'm not a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't know what they're building here. Digging for gold. Might just be messing around with the pipes. Underground pipes. They get a lot of freezing pipes up here, which I don't really get, man, because it hasn't been crazy cold. Yeah, this is some kind of road construction bullshit. That's what it is. So, I'm heading east towards Tawas, and there's not one damn place that's any good to eat. Nothing. I love Wisconsin. I did a ton of PI work in Wisconsin for about 10 years, all over. Love there. Fond du Lac, Appleton, Milwaukee. The whole state. Madison. Oshkosh, yep. I like the Dells area. I did a lot of work there in the winter. When the season was down. Oh, cigarettes will age you big time. One thing it does to women is it releases premature hormone levels. You'll notice on a lot of women that smoke, they get a lot more facial hair, which I'm pretty sure that's what they're not looking for. I went to an autopsy one time and looked at the lung tissue, the alveoli, and the inside of the lung, and it looks like crepe paper. It looks just so fragile. I can't imagine blowing smoke in there. And neither can the person that smoked for 40 years that has COPD now, because it's an effort to walk to the bathroom without supplemental oxygen in a walker. You pay the piper for this smoking one way or the other. I had a doctor tell me that was in an office that I had 40 years ago that if every one of his patients quit smoking, he'd go out of business. It just leads to all sorts of problems. Yeah, I didn't like living in Florida. If I never went to Florida again, it'd be too soon. I mean, I don't mind going down there for a week in the winter and drinking beer and looking out the window. But that's it. I'm not into the theme parks, the traffic, the crime, the drugs. Every scumbag in the world that's planning a big scam moves to Florida. Yeah, no, smoking's bad for you. I mean, in a big way. Oh, you like going down there, Toodles? Oh, you like Hollywood? Oh, 8 years old. All right. I think it's fun for kids. I didn't even know any kids when I was growing up that went to Disney. I just didn't know families that did that. Even when I was a kid, Disney seemed kind of a joke. That's like where you go with the all-American family. I had a drunk dad and a drunk mom, so that would have cost them too much drinking on the way down there and back. And they were selfish. It didn't interest them. But I don't think at any age I'd have been too interested in meeting Mickey and getting my picture with Daffy. It just seems so gay. Oh, foster home. Oh, okay. Yeah, I always wished I would have been in a foster home. Yeah, it just seemed like, you'd see these kids on TV and like making a big deal about Mickey. It just seemed like really stupid. See Daisy sleeping now. I got on the road like she wanted me to. Hey, Weebies. What's going on? Detroit's deader than a doornail. Even though I haven't been going down there, like people text me and email me and call me that do. They said it is super dead down there. I know guys that, drop off food and stuff like that for the homeless. And they end up they don't know what to do with these lunches and stuff because there's nobody to hand them out to. Yeah, Busch Gardens. Yeah. Did you ever eat at Burn's Steakhouse while you were down there? Excellent. Yeah, Delray's really nice. Yep. It depends what you consider nice. If you consider a 1,000-foot condo near the beach, it's worth 700 grand, and you can go out without getting mugged or robbed or your car stolen. Well, yeah, it's nice. It has a high tax base, which translates into a funded police department, which means that when you call, the cops show up in 30 seconds. That's a nice place in Florida. Oh, what town was that in, Richard? Yeah, sorry, I hit a little dip in the road. Probably need a circle outfit to eat dinner inside. Bring a damn spacesuit. Yeah, it's a upper end place. I mean, it's all right. It's nice to go to bed at night not wondering if you're going to get broken into. You know, that's the name is related to Delray, where I go in Detroit. You can look it up. Delray Beach, Florida. Look it up on Google, Wikipedia. Yeah, you'd like it down there, you know. I'd rather be up in the winter in Wisconsin than warm in Florida. I really would. This is dairy farm country out here. Wind's coming out of the north big time. Like that nature, huh? This looks like Wisconsin, Faye. Family values, cheese. Oh, you do like cheese, Amy? I'll get you some aged cheese, Pinconning cheese. Send it to you. I think you'd really like it. You can ship it, like, as long as it's shrink wrapped, it can last forever. Oh, wow, wafer. Yeah, I just turned 402 on this monster. I like this open country. Wow, Faye. No kidding. There's nothing wrong with that. You could have been in Detroit and not out of there for 20 years. That'd be a big problem. Oh, you like cheese too, Emily? Oh yeah, if you like cheese, Amy, if you like cheese, you're really a cheese lover. I'll send you some cheese from up here. You'll. I probably shouldn't do it because what'll happen is you'll never want to eat uh, regular cheese again. I promise you. 10-year aged cheddar cheese. Ask Faye. She'll tell you. It's got a distinct, unique taste. It's a million times better than regular cheese. You won't want to eat like non-aged cheese anymore. It'll taste like bland to you. Yeah, it's that good. Yeah, it really is. Yep. Ask Faye about aged cheddar cheese. And they haven't been able to find any way to accelerate this aging on cheese. It's like it's the same way with Scotch whiskey. Aged is the way to go. If you've never had an aged steak, a dry aged prime steak, you got to get one of those in your life too. You got to be in usually a big city. An aged, dry aged prime steak. You will never want to eat a typical steak. Yeah. Faye will tell you about aged cheese. She knows about it. Aged cheddar cheese. To me, the magic number is 10-year mark. Once you get past 10 years, 15, I don't like it as much, to tell you the truth. And 20, it wasn't good at all. 10-year-old aged cheddar cheese. You can get it from anywhere. It doesn't need to be Pink Conning. Now, Faye, I think you looked this up one time when we were talking grande cheese. If you go to any pizza place anywhere and they use grande cheese, that speaks volumes. Grande cheese, they're out of Wisconsin. Super, it's costs a lot more, but when somebody says they use grande cheese, you know you're in for a good pizza. It matters. Yeah. Yep. I think you'd really enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah. They have excellent cheese. All it is the places with these good reputations, they have a standard and they stick to it. And what's happened over the years is, quality is expensive. And before you know it, if you're sticking to your guns on quality, you're losing customers. You're not gaining them like you did in years before. People say you got great ice cream, you got great peanuts, you've got great cheese, you got great steak, and you slowed up a business. You had a good reputation. But as time has went on, now it's starting to, with a money crunch and a lack of jobs, people saying, I love your cheese, steaks, and peanuts, but I can't afford them anymore. That's a problem. Yeah, Williams cheese, yeah. Williams cheese relabels a lot of cheese. Did you know that? Get it from other places and put their sticker on it. I mean, who gives a shit? 10 aged, it's legit. The FDA is on that kind of stuff all the time. I mean, sitting there freezing his ass off. You stand outside and don't move, like flipping a sign around, you will freeze your ass off in no time. Oh, I gotta go slow. How'd you like this for job satisfaction? You couldn't pay me $100 to do an hour to do this. Hey, Mark, how you feeling? Hey, Virginia. Thanks for the bigger can of peanuts. You didn't have to do that. Appreciate it, though. I already ate about half of them. So, this side over here, right? It's a dangerous occupation, yeah. I don't know what's with all the road work today. Probably a nice day, which helps. This guy's clearing some trees. They've been having some big trees fall over here. It happened last week too. God's country. Amy, you like cheddar cheese, don't you? Yeah, I may go down there today after Talents. If I go down there, I'll priority mail you a block of it. Virginia can tell you. I just sent him a bunch of cheese and stuff. He can tell you. Virginia, what'd you think of that cheese overall? How would you rate it? Yeah, if I go down there, here's a bald eagle flying around right here. Look at this bald eagle. Oh, sorry. Not a bald eagle. Oh, you like it too, Emily? I'll send you some too then. I don't want you to feel left out. Yep, block of cheese, that's it. Plus, while I'm down there, I could see the old clerk at the post office. He's the postmaster down there in Pinconning. I could go in and visit him. Oh, you really liked it that much? That's good. You know, as I've gotten older, I don't like jerky. I used to eat a lot of it when I was younger, but I just don't like it that much anymore. I'm glad that all that stuff made it. I wasn't too worried about it, really. Technically, jerky is aged, preserved meat because of the procedure. The cheese, once it's shrink wrapped, it's good forever. So I wasn't really too worried about it, but I think if I had known it took that long, here's the DNR today. If I knew it took that long, I still would have probably done it overnight. I don't know, I just feel better about it. The mail, I was in the post office yesterday. Everybody was bitching their packages aren't getting to their destination in a reasonable time. Hey, Graphic. Yeah, Daisy's on the floor now. That sun beating through the windows gets too hot for her. Yeah, email me. Yeah, I'll send you a block of cheese. Good 10-year cheese. What time is it now? Like 11:50? Yeah, Emily, if you email me your address, if you do that too, Amy, I'll send you a block of cheese today. I'll go down there after I go here. Yeah, dried meat. Yeah, some places better than others. Like I said, when I was young, I really liked jerky, but I don't like it that much anymore. I really cut back as I've gotten older too on spicy foods. It's not that I can't handle it. I just don't like it as much anymore. You know, when I was young, we were always putting this spicy stuff, and uh, I don't know. To me, it wrecks food. Like I've fooled around and bought some of that hot stuff off eBay, that ghost pepper and those kind of peppers. It just wrecks food. You get something nice and you want to put a little hot sauce on it, and it ends up, it's no fun when you don't want to eat it. Yeah, 11:51. Yeah. Now there's two schools of thought on cheese. If you're selling cheese, you sell it to people as a superfood, which is true. It's very high in protein, and you get a big bang for your buck in a small volume. On the other hand, it's loaded with salt, and it's cholesterol. It's fat from animal origin. So if you ask the store that I'm going to what they think of cheese, they think it's great because they sell it. If you talk to your cardiologist, he says you should only eat it sparingly because it's super high in fat. And both people would be right. You can't have it both ways. You'll be 95 years old with the best heart in the entire convalescent home. So what? Wouldn't you rather enjoy life a little bit? It does make it complicated, you're right. Yeah, it's true. I do think I've been eating too much red meat lately. You know, I get lazy and I want something decent. So it's, just one person. I just go and I buy a fillet. It's like $12. Broil it, takes 5 minutes, tastes great. But the big thing is I'm not hungry later. It's not like eating a healthy salad. Those aren't good reasons to eat as much meat as I have been. But that's why I do it. Yeah, Caro sucks. They got a mental hospital there if you're running low on your antidepressants. That's it, Amy. That's why you need to get a minor done hamburger. I can't believe you don't know about that place. How far are you from Highland? It's got to be like, what, 20 minutes tops? Munster? Yeah, Culver's the way to go. You can't beat it, man. Those are good hamburgers. It's crazy they're that good on a fast food basis. It's interesting how you could come up with such a great hamburger and such shitty fries. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know too much about Carroll. I do know they have a mental hospital there, though. My neighbor's daughter was there for a long time. Yeah, the fish sucks. Yeah, you're right. They keep saying that they don't have the pot roast there because of COVID, which doesn't make any sense. I would have tried it. I mean, pot roast is something that your grandmother forces you to eat. There's a decent Mexican restaurant in downtown Taos. I'm hoping I can go in there today and get a Mexican dinner. Put on my spacesuit. Oh, the snowman. I never heard of that. Snowman Museum. Just partying on the way to Taos. This is a straight shot east. I don't wish I lived here, though. I like it the way it is. I visit here and I drive to get here. There's nothing to do in Taos. Yeah, mine are done, yep. Hey, Cat. Oh, you don't like it, Emily? Why not? Hey, the Mega Million's up to 40-something million. You know, somebody hit that Powerball right at the next jackpot, 20 million. All that time it kept, rolling over, and then it hits on the first spin the next time. It's crazy. That gives me a good feeling that it's not fixed, that it really is random. I thought I was gonna, but when I got down there, over at Lake George, I didn't. I don't need to drill any over here. It's already done for me. I mean, I will if a good opportunity presents itself. But it's hard to top that Ogama Springs as far as an underwater view. You ever go up there and look in that little pond? Yeah, he could have. He might have, yeah. He could have a house in Taos. I love Taos. I just wouldn't want to live there. Oh, you like that little boat? That little, I got another bigger one, 17-incher. I'll give you that canoe if you want it. I was just looking for something to, show the clarity of the water. So I ordered that. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Debbie. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff too. I got a handmade 17-inch teak boat, rowboat. I'm gonna put that in another video. It's 17 inches. It's all teak, handmade. But the canoe's cool too. Oh yeah, it'll wreck your stomach. It'll wreck your teeth too. Throwing up. Big time acid in your teeth. That's the upper GI. That's where all the acid's at. The bacteria is in the lower GI. That's why you look a lot of anorexic people. It'll eat the enamel off your teeth. How you doing, Deb? I'm up here in God's country. Yeah, they were birch bark. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's another thing that I've experienced. That you think you got these ideas in your mind, whether it's a marriage, dating someone, a job, a place to live. You come up with these ideas in your mind on what you think it's going to be like, and you can find out that it's not like that, or it's better than you thought. You just don't know until you experience it. And that's how it is with me and canoeing. I like the idea of canoeing and just cruising down the river. But I find that when I've done it, it's just so boring. It was ridiculous. I mean, after the first half hour, it's like, get me off this thing. I want to watch YouTube. I just can only take it. I did that with Alaska. I got dropped off by an airplane in the middle of nowhere. I didn't see anybody for almost 3 months. Really stupid idea. I thought I'd experience, living out in the wild. About went damn batshit crazy. I was ready to leave after the 5th day. So I'm careful now about these ideas I conjure up in my mentally ill mind about what I think they're going to be like. And I try and take them at shorter, smaller chunks. I don't go for the grand slam right out of the chute. Yeah, I'm happy today because you know why I'm happy? Because I'm not working some shit job I can't stand. I don't have to get up to go to some job that doesn't pay anything. I just fuck off all day long, and that'll put anybody in a good mood. I place my GoPro in one cold water area to another. Oh, thank you. I think my hands look old, to tell you the truth. I mean, I think I look my age. I think my hands look old. I mean, they look like they should look. I mean, I know that stuff doesn't. I mean, I do notice hands on people. I mentioned that the other day. Women. I had an old girlfriend that did hand modeling, and I probably wouldn't have paid attention to it. I had another girlfriend that did dental commercials, print, not real print commercials, like for magazines. Just had perfect teeth. But I think my hands look like a guy my age. I mean, one problem I do have, it's a problem too, is I do think I have a young sounding voice. And it's a pain in the ass, man, because there's women I talk to through different ways. And I always dread showing up because I know what they're thinking. And man, are they in for a big surprise. That's the first thing somebody says. Oh, Mom, I thought you were much younger. Yeah, thanks a lot. Why don't you just get out the ball-peen hammer now and cave my forehead in? But it's kind of like what I said earlier. You have these ideas that you conjure up in your mind, and they're not accurate. You piece together this shit. I told you I know two prosecutors that I've talked to a lot. And one of the biggest problems they have is with videotape of crime scenes. They watch the tape, they see what went down, and then they interview the eyewitnesses who are totally off base on what they said they saw. It's the human mind. Here's the $1 million view today. All the ice is gone today. Sunshine. All the ice is gone. Can you believe this shit? Now, part of that is because of a north wind. Now, I'm actually looking south, so it makes sense. The wind is at my back, and it's blown the ice out to sea, out to lake, technically. Look at this view. Yeah, it's a killer view, man. This is the only place I know where you can pull into a restaurant. You can go into Long John Silver's, Taco Bell, and you can go to Walmart right over here and look out from the parking lot at this beautiful bay. There's the Taos Police Department. I mean, these views are just crazy. Here's what I like about it. It's in everyday life. This isn't a national park. This is everyday working blue-collar people that had this killer view when they go to get gas or shop at Walmart. There's Walmart. There's the view. Walmart. There's the view. You can't beat it. Boy, the seawalls are all crusted in white ice. I mean, this is just nuts. You see this view as you're putting your stuff in your car at Walmart? This is crazy. Here's Long John Silver's Kentucky Fried Chicken. You're eating your chicken, looking out there. Yeah, where you can fit this kind of view into everyday life, that's the difference. That's what makes it super cool to me. Oh, well, thank you. I mean, you'd think it'd be a big difference that I'd care if I looked young or old. At this stage of the game, it doesn't bother me. You know, if you're 25 and you're trying to date and everybody says, my God, I thought you were much older, hey, you probably wouldn't like that. But at this stage of the game, it doesn't matter if I'm the youngest looking guy for my age in the world or the oldest. It doesn't change anything. Now, up here, I hate to bring this up, but you know Jessie, the girl that I've interviewed her before, her brother got hit and killed on a bike. And right up here is where this happened, which, you know, it's the mystery of things that occur. I mean, this is an open, large intersection with a traffic light. How you hit a kid on a bike in the daylight is a mystery to me. But it's right up here. Actually, they've got a floral display on the corner, which you'll see as I make the corner. It's right up here at this light. You got right here, he was crossing this intersection, which there's hardly anybody ever at. So weird. And here you can see the floral display. Oh, there it is right there. Right there. Poor kid. Seemed like a nice kid. I mean, I only watched a couple videos. Now this big boy, I guess they're going to go. Yeah, really weird, man. I mean, I told you I drove an ambulance a long time ago for about a year, and it would seem surreal. We'd bust ass out there, be people all busted up, dead, whatever. and there'd be a lot of action, cars stop, people directing traffic, and you're looking inside this car, and people are all busted up, and you're talking to them, and you're helping them, and people would ask, will you come visit me in the hospital? So yeah, I'll come visit you in the hospital, it's no problem. Find out 2 days later they died. But that's not uncommon. You can have some pretty heavy injuries and die later. Hemorrhaging is what gets most people. But then I go out some days. I was going to junior college down there. It was in Monroe, Michigan. I'd go out there the next day after the accident. The sun would be shining, the birds would be chirping. You'd see a little bit of broken tail or headlights in the highway, and it was just so different than what it was like 24 hours earlier. Back when I did it, we had those full-sized Cadillacs with the big giant engines in them. You could just driving like a lunatic. I mean, a young guy, it was exciting. You were in on all the action. You get that little buffer a little bit, but it should quit doing it. It's hydraulic. We didn't do it. Semka. Now this will buffer a little bit. Sorry about that. Hey, Penny. Oh, yeah, I'm surprised. I bet you couldn't get here in 10 hours. No way. It may say that, but if you went the Chicago way, traffic could get you. Plus, they got bombed with snow. And if you went the UP way, there's no way you could make it. That's bullshit. You better. They must be like counting if you took the Badger across. There's no way you could make it there in 10 hours. You're dreaming. These are all the people. This is what I mean about these people. Now, it is winter, but these boats were here in the summer. These people wanted a boat. The guys just drove the game. Get ready for another $1 million view. Daisy recognized the bumps in the road. Diamonds and pearls, Prince. There's a lighthouse. Super shallow here. Foot, maybe 2 foot. Not deep at all. It's Diamonds and Pearls prints. Check this view out. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, she is excited. Daisy, you want to go out and dinkle? Yeah, super beautiful. Daisy, you want to go out and do pee-pee, son? You can't go out there and Dad never see you again, hon, if you get out there. You better stay by the van, hon. Diamonds and Pearls prints, hon. Dad never see you again if you go out there now. You think of this view, huh? Look at this big, clear, crushed glass ice glacier. Well, not really a glacier, but... This is great. Time to get the GoPro out, underwater. I knew it'd be a good day over here. Yeah, it's beautiful. Now, one downside I can notice, excuse me, is the water's really stirred up. It's not clear. Diamonds and Pearls prints. Isn't that cool? See, this is what they call an ice cave. I mean, a small one. You can hear that big loud noise. That's because underneath me it's hollowed out from the water busting into it. And there's a chance you can go out on the edge of this and it'll snap off. Not that big a deal because the water's shallow. But this is what they're talking about. It's also how I fell through last week. Cool, isn't it? what I bought with me. My GoPro. I'm going to put it on this pole and I'm going to videotape it. Yeah, I fell through last week, but I know where I pay attention to where I'm going. This is very shallow here, right here. It looks like you go out there, you'd be dead for sure. Not really, be up to your knees. And I was over there near that little white building. Yeah, I fell through up to my knees. I knew it was a possibility, then the worst thing happened. I got soaked shoes, and that was it. But I know where I'm at, I know how deep it is. There's no way in hell I'm gonna take that chance where I can't get out of there. So no big deal. I wouldn't call it dangerous, just, you know, trying to get that one special view. I take my GoPro out here. Look at that beautiful iceberg. Can you see, like, see the sheets of ice, thin sheets of ice positioned vertically? Can you tell that on here or not? And it's not cold here. You think it'd be cold, it's not. It's because there's not much wind and the sun's shining. So damn beautiful. The only knock is, like I said, the water's stirred up. It's louder than it normally is because it's the ice. No way. I'm gonna stick my GoPro right in there where the water's splashing up. When this water splashes up on this ice, I mean, this is a no-brainer, but it is so super slippery, it's ridiculous. Now, part of the reason for this is because it's so shallow. If you look out there, there's not many waves at all. But when it gets close, that water gets compressed and it forms a wave. But it's not rough conditions in general. It does that because it's so shallow here. Now, what's weird is because of these weird high lake levels and these eastern storms in the summer, this bay area right here is only about maybe a foot deep. This whole area right here. It's going to this is a super beautiful, safe place to take your kids. You're not going to get the riptides you get on the other side, where it's going to take your kids out and drown them. And if you see that building over there, now a couple years ago, there were gangplanks. You had to walk out about 150 feet to get to the water. That's all eroded away. Half of this park has been taken back by Mother Nature. It's just happened. Now that's the bad news is they've lost real estate. The good news is you're not going to find a safer, more beautiful beach to take your young kids at in the summer and not worry about them drowning. This whole area right in here is very shallow, crystal clear water, sand, and the same thing happened on the other side of the beach house over there, all the way to the point where they had that remote weather observation station. It's created some beaches that look like they'd be in the Caribbean. It has really taken a lot of bird nesting areas away, and there's no lagoon anymore. That's all part of the lake. The buffer between the parking lot and the lake is gone. So, I mean, that all sucks. It's terrible, but it's also created some very attractive places that are safe. Yeah, there's really not too much you can do about it, you know? It's not cold like you think it is. You know? Icebergs. You don't need to go to Antarctica. go to Taos. Yeah, when it gets this big of an event, there's not much you're going to do about it. It's not going to affect our partying, Daisy. You feeling good, hon? You feeling good? You feeling good, hon? Oh, Daisy's acting a little weird. You smell a coyote or something, hon? Got her tail down. You feeling good, hon? You feeling good? You need a Prozac? No way. Nah, she's not a stick chaser. On land, but... Hey, mister. Nah, it's not as cold as you'd think. It's because there's not much wind and the sun's out. How you feeling, Mark? I'll show you my big GoPro stick. This thing extends 30 feet, but I can only hold it for about 20. Here's my big stick, my big pole. It's called a Doka pole. You can extend it out 30 feet. I put the camera on the end of it. Yeah, you'd never catch anything offshore here. I'm gonna tell that park ranger if I see him that roof's about ready to come off. See, that's the pole. I put my GoPro on the end of it. Yeah, it's funny. They make an attachment for this with a feather duster on the end of it. It came as part of the kit, so you can clean dust off. This extends 30 feet. Well, you going to get in the car, huh? Okay. You can. All right. Good girl, hon. You want to get in the car? Good girl, hon. Go on, get over there, honey. Go on. Go on, get over there, hon. Get up there. Go on, get up there. I'm not going anywhere. Good girl. Go ahead, hop over. Yeah, she gets sick of being here. You don't like the cold? I don't blame you. Well, I like this new phone. I've been 2 hours without it plugged in. I still have 53% battery left. Such a better phone. Well, I think I'm going to sign off, you guys. I got daylight. I got the sun right over the top of me right now, which is really good for lighting. So I'm going to strap the old GoPro on and do my thing. I'll upload another boring video of the ice. So you guys have a good day today. If you don't see a video uploaded later, I slipped off and drowned. Tell the police that that empty van, start looking around Taos Bay. All right, Kay. See you, Graphic. You have a good day, too. All right, Simka. We'll party on tonight. Oh, thanks, Mister. Appreciate it. Yeah, coin. You never know how things are going to turn out. Again, you got this idea on what things are going to look like. I'm learning a lot, and boy, that's a perfect area. The coin thing, just the environment and the way that things look on camera. I mean, in a way, it's better than this because you see everything, the bottom, the top. You can see how clear that water is. Where this water today, if I when I I'll get mostly like water splashing on the ice because when I stick that GoPro underneath the water, it's going to be murky. If you don't have really clear water, it just doesn't look that great. If you can't see the bottom and then the reflection off the ice above, it's not that impressive like that little natural spring, Yeah, I think that to me, I mean, including Crystal River, Florida, Bahamas, Caribbean, that Ogama Springs is right up there and like one of the most impressive water places I've ever seen. I mean, it looks like a Disney movie, and it's real, functional too. Yeah. Do you go up there much or not really? Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, Amy. Hey, Lori. All right, you guys have a good day today. I'll check on later today. Have a good day. Party all night. Oh, cool. Goodbye.